Hello gurus, welcome to another episode. I hope you're having a beautiful day. We're going to jump into the charts for Bitcoin. Check out our shirt.
Beautiful.
You're so beautiful. We're going to jump into the charts for Bitcoin and predict what's going to happen. And Ethereum as well. The market dropped big time because of the SEC banning Binance. And not banning Binance, but going after CZ. So what that means, I think, is Binance will pull out of the US, like it pulled out of Australia, like it pulled out of UK, which is bad for crypto. But remember, in the long run, remember to the beginning of crypto, or if you were here in the beginning, no one even knew what crypto was. There was like 10 people that knew what it was. Then there was a few thousand people, then a few 100,000 people. You know what I mean? Like, there's been multiple times bans. The last big bull run, so what happened in 2016, 17, we had a massive bull run. Bitcoin went to 20,000. The crypto market caps went to 800 billion. And then we had this big drop, and it dropped from 800 billion all the way down to 300 billion or even less. And there was lots of FUD, and it was about 2 or 3 years. It was like 2018, 2019. It was very quiet, everything quiet. No one built, like people building, Binance, for example, CZ always building. Some people that raised capital were building during this market. But in the beginning, it was just a few projects, nothing actually being built. Not like Magicraft, where we actually have software developers, we have smart contract developers, Unity developers merging gaming and merging crypto and gaming together so people can actually earn money where they play. For example, back then it was but exchanges were building at the time. Then we had 2 years of bear market, very quiet, no one buying anything, tokens barely moving, sometimes FUD, we had big FUD like March 2020 when we had COVID, the Bitcoin dropped all the way down to $3,000. Then they started printing and it went back up to $69,000. But remember, it started off no dollars, it was cents for Bitcoin. Then it went to $100, then it went to $1,000. Then it went back down to $300. Then it went back up to $1,000. Then it went up to $10,000. Then it went down, then it went back up to $20,000. You see what I mean? Then it went down to $3,000. Then it went to $69,000. Now it went down to $16,000. Now we're sitting at 25K. Long run, this is a technology. Doesn't matter how much the SEC tries to ban crypto companies, ban people from the US. Doesn't matter how much governments fight against crypto. It's like right now, the SEC trying to do CBDCs, like central bank digital currencies. It's like you've got horses everywhere and you're strapping like a torch to the horse's head and like better hooves to the horse. When the car comes out, doesn't matter that you stuck a torch to the horse's head. The car replaces all the horses. You understand? This is this is as big as AI. Crypto is as big as AI. The technology is life-changing as AI. It means everything is going to run on this. Micropayments, computers talking to each other, making payments on the blockchain. Immutable payments, so you can see every transaction that occurs. It's amazing, amazing technology. I recommend you learn about it in the courses. Learn actually what you're doing here. Learn about decentralization. Learn about wallets. Learn about cryptocurrencies. Learn about your blockchain. Learn about smart contracts. Learn about how you actually secure your wallets. Learn how your wallet connects to the blockchain, but it's amazing stuff. Learn about this technology, not just trade it. It's life-changing technology. It's, again, as big as AI. Everyone's getting to AI right now, but they don't realize that crypto is as big as AI in revolution of the world. Technology, again, all the old banking systems, all the old financial systems, they're the horse. Crypto technology, cryptocurrencies, blockchain technology, distributed ledgers, banks that are just code on the secured by everyone's computers. This is like a transition from the horse to the car. And the banking system, the old world system, the way you moved money before, your currencies before, were these fake money that they just printed, like monopoly money. These are the horse. Bitcoin and the blockchain and this computer network that secures a currency that people value is the car. Let's jump into the technicals for Bitcoin now. We're jumping in. The whole market getting hammered. Where are we going to make the most money right now? The market, look at this, Unity up 17%. That was a good call. Why? Because Nvidia pumped because of the AI. Who else is doing AI? Unity is one of the biggest. They were a game company before, but they were doing AI. Tesla up. Tesla's a big AI company. That's why I really like it as well. I think Tesla's going to make a lot of money. BNB got hit hard. MCRT held up green while the rest of the market is red, which is interesting. It still dropped after this Bitcoin Binance CZ FUD. You can see Bitcoin here on the 4-hourly daily. So each of these candles now, I changed it to 1 day. This is the entire history of Bitcoin movings on derivatives exchanges going back to April. We can pull up the index and we can see Bitcoin going back its entire history. But right now for technical trading, yeah, it's worth it. Let's show the index. Bitcoin, there's a Bitcoin index. So this one, BTC USDT, Bitcoin all-time history index. So this is the entire history of Bitcoin. I did a lot of charting on this as well, if you remember. But this is like Bitcoin going back to 2012. This is the first peak. This was that big one that I told you about in 2018, where you had like a pump, then a big recovery, and then a big massive move. But that little dip there, that's almost from 2000. The bear market started January 2018, and it didn't start pumping till April 2019. Not so long, but about one. So almost the same time that we've had. Wow, interesting. If you just look at that, like if this is another move like that, we're going to 42K. It could be one of these small pump. If we look back in history, this was in 2018, and then Bitcoin did this, and then it did this during the whole printing. But to me, this is an inverse head and shoulders, and volume is growing. Stochastic is still coming down, but big inverse head and shoulders here on the bottom. That already played out, but it pumped out, then came back and testing the trend line. A lot of resistance there. But the main way to check is the volume. What's the volume doing? These bars on the bottom. I need to get rid of all these. So see these volume bars on the bottom? This is how much Bitcoin is bought and sold, right? That's how much Bitcoin has been bought and sold each month. And you can see here that we have as much buying and selling happening in Bitcoin as we did at the all-time high at 69,000 in 2021. There was more buying and selling back here in 2018, but it's still very big volume here. Look at this, Bitcoin's volume growing. But it's quite low at the moment, but very oversold on the monthly, but again, turning down. Not so nice there. On the weekly, it's coming down very strongly, very correcting fast. It corrected very fast, Bitcoin. Daily, it's already oversold almost. If you're just following the trend line, like when we go back to the other Bitcoin chart where I have the trend line in the closer time frames, when you go back to the trend line, you can see that Bitcoin's just on this trend line right now. You can see it clearly bounced, coming down, bounced. 25 is where it should bounce if it holds a trend line. And we assume the trend holds until it doesn't. So 25K is where I would really go long on Bitcoin heavily here. This one. 29 risk to reward ratio trade per Bitcoin. Risking 435 with a stop loss to make 13,000 with 10x leverage, 130,000. But that's what I think will happen to Bitcoin. And I've got lots of buy orders already set, but in the short term, 4 hourly also oversold. Hourly coming down hard. This was the Binance. This was when the SEC announced that they're suing CZ from Binance, when the SEC announced this. But I still think coming down to this white line, like you can just clearly see the trend line, right? You can learn all of this in the crypto master course. The links are down below. I've got so over on Bybit, I'm trading my account. IOTA trade down 800. It was up 25,000 last week, but beautiful. It's a $102,000 trade. It's down 800 at the moment, which is shitty. But I've got buy orders at 17.55, 17 cents 55. I want to build this trade to 250,000. Remember, it would have been better to take the 25K profits. I knew Bitcoin was going to drop yesterday. I actually predicted it. But it's okay because I more want to build a long-term trade. But I should have sold it when I saw Bitcoin dropping. But the TA showed CZ getting sued. MCRT 40K, Bitcoin 39K, FXS 18K. I bought more. It automatically bought more FXS because Uniswap. What's going to make us the most money in the market right now? I think at the moment it's low caps and also tech stocks. But the tech stocks already made us, like if you followed my buys, I bought Meta, Google, Facebook at the beginning of the year. And they pumped massively. Like I bought literally the bottom on these if you followed my videos. So we made a lot of money here. So now what I'm doing is I want to make sure I protect my gains. But it doesn't look like it's stopping to me. Like massive rounding bottom. Big resistance for Google is at 133, which is coming up. But very big inverse head and shoulders here. But it can do this still. But they're going to keep printing, and the stock markets are going to keep pumping. They're going to keep making revenues. The stocks haven't gone up with inflation. That's why I think there's going to be some big movement. Look at that. Look at Tesla. Tesla's at a very big resistance here. Strong resistance. Let's see if it breaks through. But usually it's good to close at resistances and see. But I think Tesla's going to break through, and I want to buy more. But again, good to close on resistances. So you can clearly see that Tesla's arriving at the same resistance that it got rejected off here. and again rejected off here. This was, it first hit this in February 2023. But it looks like a W formation, but again, very resistance. 252 is the main area of resistance for Tesla. But still, the best way is for us to find low cap coins that are going to pump. That's in my opinion. But see, the good thing about buying Meta and Google and stuff, it was very good. Like, okay, Meta from the bottom here, I bought the bottom of Meta if you followed. It doesn't sound like Meta sounds like a big, boring old company. But that movement was 216%. So if you put in 100K, you have 300K. Or 300K. If you put in 10,000, you have 30,000. If you put in 10 million, you have 30 million. If you put in 100 million, you have 300 million. So amazing moves. And what's crazy is Meta can actually take a $300 million order. You understand what I mean? Also but it broke out. Look at this. It broke out of this trend line. Meta's still going. Meta's going to pump. It's very undervalued. Why? Because if you take my Stock Guru Master course, the market cap 695 billion, but the PE ratio, 33. Now the PE ratio is quite high, so it is overbought now. Before it was very low when we were buying. It was in the 20s, which is very good. But here is at a big resistance as well. The tech stocks are all at a big resistance. So let's check out the Nasdaq because this is important. Also, Nasdaq at big resistance. Everything at big resistance here. But for me, it looks like a big breakout W's. But again, it's better to close at resistance, see what happens. But where is everyone going to go right now? They don't want to go into the US dollar. They don't want to go into cryptos right now. Tech stocks is the safe haven at the moment for people, in people's opinion. Hit the subscribe button, smash up thumbs up button, let me know in the comment section. Join us in the description down below. There's telegrams and in the description down below, there's telegrams you can talk with. There's 9,000 of you talking and discussing trading. Learn together, trade together. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.